Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We're going to do a reading today on your divine masculine. Let's take a look at what's going on in their world, their realm, their journey, your journey, the connections between the two of you, any kind of karmic situations that might be going on. We're going to look into that today. I hope you guys are doing well and having a wonderful week. It's a beautiful Saturday here. I did get a little bit of snow. I'm waiting for that to go away. I'm excited for summer, and so these little last bits of snow I could probably do without. But I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods. You might be in a very beautiful tropical place and you never have to deal with that. I do love the snow. I love that there are the 4 seasons here where I live. However, I do get sick of them after a period of time, and I'm looking forward to the next. But anyway, you guys are here because you are truth seekers. You are seeking to know what has happened to you, why you're going through what you're going through, why your divine masculine has decided to act and behave the way that they have. If you've just started going through this journey, I guess even if you've been on it for a period of time, you are seeking to know and understand why this experience has happened, why your divine masculine came into your life, why you have to do this leg of the journey on your own, because they always run from you, right? It's part of the process here. Let me just zoom this out a little bit so that we can get the cards in here. I think I'm just going to adjust this a little bit, guys. Sorry. Here we go. Just want you guys to have that full view of the cards there. Because they do. They always run from you, right? Without fail, our divine masculines run. And, you know, there is a purpose in that. There was a reason that it happens to all of us the same way. I've never met a twin flame where their divine masculine didn't run. I've never met a twin flame where the divine feminine didn't chase. Now, I do know of lots of twin flames that get to a place where the running and the chasing stops and it doesn't happen anymore after a period of time, but there is a process that has to happen and that will naturally actually take place for you and your divine masculine for that to stop. But they always run, and there is a reason for that, because this is a journey about going within. And if we were to just get our divine masculine, have this romantic relationship like we wanted, it'd be like all of the other things that have happened in our lives. It'd follow the same patterns of all the other things that happen in our lives, and it wouldn't be distinct. It wouldn't cause the spiritual awakening that you're going through. And we would not be forced to go within, because we are ultimately forced to go within. Our dark night of the soul starts when our divine masculine runs. And it's the dark night of the soul that forces us to go within, because there is no other way to feel better. Certain things start to just really stand out in our lives. Things that we can no longer ignore. Emotions, thoughts, relationships, patterns of behavior. All of those things end up sticking out like a sore thumb, and we have no other choice but to look at them. And there's a giant transformational process that you go through when that happens. It's not simple, it's not easy, but it's also not difficult. Most of what makes it seem difficult is due to the fact that we resist the changes. We don't understand what's going on. We freak out, and we have to face and conquer our fears. And that's okay. That's part of the journey. All right, so at the bottom of the deck today, we have 7 of Coins in reverse. So with 7 of Coins in reverse, we've got an energy of feeling like, I don't want to deal with this. It's too much work. I don't have what it takes. I just want to give up. I want to curl up in bed. I want to ignore the world. I don't want to deal with life. It is a overall feeling of just checking out. So you may have noticed with your divine masculine some behavior like that, where they've just kind of checked out of their whole life situation, checked out of things with you, checked out of things with their karmic, if they've got a karmic partner, checked out of the family, checked out of work. They're like in another place right now. Your numerology numbers today is 5 and 5. So we have 10 and 55. Okay. It's a good one. I've never had that come up before. All right. So we're going to get into this here. In recent past, your divine masculine has been dealing with an energy of Queen of Swords. And this is kind of in between you and the karmic situation that they're dealing and facing. And for this type of energy, there's a seeking of honesty from your divine masculine and a desire to be honest. But maybe not necessarily knowing exactly how to do that. But I'd say there's a bluntness to your divine masculine that is maybe not what you are used to. And some people that are around your divine masculine either love it or hate it. They might love the fact that your divine masculine is so straightforward and blunt and honest about their thoughts and feelings and their perspectives. But they may also not, like that might be triggering to certain people. It could even be triggering to you, divine feminine. But they do hold back still. There's something still that they're, even though they've got this characteristic of being like, boom, here, this is, take it like it is. There's also something about themselves that they are holding back, that maybe they feel they need to kind of come clean with. Toward their karmic situation, we have 2 cards in reverse. We have the Star and we have Knight of Cups. So there's some depression. There's definitely a feeling of not being connected to what's going on. This actually goes along very well with this energy right here. There's a feeling of apathy, like I just don't even care. I don't want to deal with this anymore. There's a bit of an arrogance in your divine masculine and in their karmic situation that is being reflected back to them. And I don't know that they necessarily like it. It's something within them that is attracting this, that needs to be looked at. But I think they see this as an outside issue. They don't realize that there's something within them that is attracting it. They're kind of overlooking it. They may feel a little like self-righteous, like this is not my issue, this is not my fault, it's everybody else's fault. So there's some blame game stuff going on with your divine masculine. They don't want to take responsibility. They're very, very moody. There's some unrealistic expectations that they're dealing with, and they just want to check out. They're kind of just like they're not respecting the people that are in their lives. And that very well could be because maybe the people that are in their lives, especially in their karmic situation, may not really be acting and behaving in a respectable way. But that arrogant part of your divine masculine needs to take some self-responsibility for how they ended up here. And that it takes two to tango. It's not just one way or the other, right? There's reasons maybe that some of this is being reflected back to them that they could change if they recognize that they were kind of the source of some of that. So toward you, we have Two of Cups and Four of Swords. Now remember, this is recent past, so there is a blend from past to present to future. There's always a blending of this energy. So it's not like, it's completely cut off and then we're on to the next. So some of this is still probably kind of going on present and current day for you and your divine masculine. But there's been a strong bond and partnership between the two of you, a very strong connection. Your divine masculine is very much aware of it. But there's a restlessness and an anxiety. They're dealing with burnout. Again, the same energy has kind of meddled in the connection between the two of you. They're burned out, worn out. They feel like you are a place of solace for them, yet at the same time, they don't have the energy to deal with it. And anytime they feel like that this is kind of a selfishness on their part, anytime that they feel like they have to deal with something like your feelings or their karmic partner's feelings, or just any kind of life stuff, they're so spread thin because they haven't been doing the kind of self-care that they need and the introspection that they need, that they just sort of blow you off when you need something. And this is creating some guilt in them. Like, they recognize what they're doing, they recognize the behavior, but at the same time they're not doing anything about it. And it's because they are in this weird funky place of just not caring, right? It's like too much overwhelm. All right, I'm shutting down. Okay, so there's like a shutdown going on in your divine masculine. In current situation, we have Queen of Cups. And so they are feeling smothered. They're feeling smothered by life. They're feeling smothered by choices. They're feeling smothered by maybe possibly you, divine feminine. And they're definitely feeling smothered in their karmic situation, which is going to bleed into all other areas of their life, okay? They're so overwhelmed with things that have been happening right here in this recent past that they're just feeling like super insecure about where they're at. They're not happy in the situation that they're in. They're not happy about how things have been going with the karma. They're not happy about their own choices. And they're also not happy about kind of how they've treated you and the situation. I think there's a lot of regret and remorse that I'm picking up on toward how they dealt with you. If they've ghosted you, like this is kind of coming through, if they've ghosted you, they're feeling a lot of guilt about it. But they don't feel like they can reverse their decision because they feel like that would make them look stupid. And so they don't want to reach out because they're like, okay, I've got to just stick by my decision. But they're feeling pretty bad about something that they've done to you. It may not be ghosting. It could just be like the kind of cutting you off or pushing you away. It could be something that they've said to you or a way that they've treated you. It could even be a pattern of things that they've done in the relationship with you. But whatever it is, they're feeling kind of guilty because you did not match that energy to them and you didn't trigger that energy in them. But they took it out on you when really it was coming from this stuff over here. Toward the karmic, currently, we have the Magician and we also have Four of Cups. So Again, there's a feeling of apathy, not being fulfilled. But it looks to me like the karmic is trying to actually fix things. They're trying to find a creative way to get your divine masculine's attention and to bring the relationship back into a positive light. But they are kind of going on an uphill battle. There seems to be kind of like a joint narcissistic type of energy here, where both of them are in these lower energies of needing the other person to fulfill something for them because they can't fulfill it on their own. So there is a selfishness there. It's like, I need to get what I'm supposed to get out of this relationship, while it's different from what the other person needs. So they can't really fulfill each other's needs, yet they're both trying to extract that from each other and their energy. So the karmic right now is kind of up to some creative tactics to try to like rope or hoover your divine masculine back into, you know, a better relationship. But your divine masculine is in a very self-centered place and isn't really having that, right? They're kind of rejecting the whole thing. So it's kind of like this back and forth thing, you know, when the karmic pulls away, it may draw the your divine masculine back in, but when they come back in, it just kind of goes back to old patterns. And so when the divine masculine then pulls away, then, you know, their karmic kind of pulls, you know, and that's, I think that's kind of where they're at right now. Divine masculine has pulled away from the karmic, and so the karmic is kind of like, no, don't leave. What can I do? How can I fix things? How can I make things right again? And it's just a constant back and forth pattern between them that's really unhealthy for both of them. Okay, so this next set of cards here is how divine masculine is feeling toward you. And we have 9 of Cups and the Fool. So they are really feeling this. I think part of the reason why they're pulling away here is because they are feeling a call toward the feeling and the energy of the dynamic between the two of you. Your divine masculine really, really misses you and really misses the moments that were shared between the two of you. There's a lot of daydreaming going on where they're just kind of reminiscing and ruminating on past moments, past experiences with you, and missing the way that they felt in those moments, and wishing, really wishing for another opportunity to be able to connect with you. It's guilt and shame that's holding them back and ties to this karmic situation. And them not feeling like they're really ready, you know, but inside they're like, man, I wish that I could just check out, get away from all this stuff and just connect and have this kind of relationship. But I don't think they feel that they deserve that right now. Okay, which is why it's staying in like this internal daydream rather than them taking action on making it happen. It's all going on inside of them. So if you see them or you run into them, you may notice that there is like a longing in their eyes, but their actions and their words will not line up with what it is that's going on in their heart, because they are definitely listening to their head over their heart right now, because they're so wrapped up in all of this other 3D crap. If you guys have not already, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate the support. You can hit the notification bell to get all of our readings and also any of our content that we upload. We also have one-on-ones available and personal tarot readings for you guys. Several different packages and options for those. And we have group call memberships where you get access to our Facebook, our private Facebook group, as well as our group call membership. So you get to talk to us multiple times per week and ask any questions and get any support that you need along the way on your journey. So you can get all that information in the description box below. You can also visit our website at the-conduits.com. Near future, possible outcome, okay? If nothing is done to kind of change these energies, because remember, you can change things in an instant. Reality creation happens in the present moment. So if nothing changes, possible outcome. But again, you are the creator, Divine Feminine. So keep that in mind, okay? You don't have to accept this as the reality, or you can, depending on if it resonates with you or does not. The Emperor. Respect, leadership, planning for a future, looking for mentorship or being a mentor is an energy that is calling toward you, both you and your divine masculine. And all these things that are happening are shaping the foundation for this kind of energy to manifest in the relationship with the two of you. You are each other's student and teacher simultaneously. You learn from each other and you teach each other. And you're each other's, mirror in a sense. You show each other what needs to be seen, both positive and negative, to balance out those inner energies within the self. Because you carry both masculine and feminine energy, and so do they, regardless of whether they're male or female. And within the twin flame dynamic, you with the two of you, you're either the feminine or the masculine, but individually you have both of those energies. It's just that the reaction between the two of you has to do with that same blueprint, and so you mirror. So say if they're the masculine, which they are, and you're the feminine, which you are, because of how you're experiencing this awakening, their masculine energy is going to show you kind of where your energy is out of alignment, and your feminine energy is going to show them where they're out of alignment. Okay, so that your masculine and feminines individually can balance and align, creating like a neutrality, a zen, and enlightenment within both of you, where you collapse the duality, and that's where union takes place. So it is a very beautiful and reverent relationship that should be treated with the utmost respect. It's not always, because that's part of the balancing process, but it will get to that place, and that's what this card is indicating. So, toward the karmic situation at this point, we've got Nine of Swords and King of Wands in reverse. They are going to be kind of looking at this situation and recognizing how incredibly unhealthy it's been for them. And they're going to see how unhealthy they've been in the relationship. They're going to start taking responsibility for some of the crap that they've dealt, and not just blame the karmic anymore. But they're going to see that there's been a lot of bullying between the two of them, that it's been a back and forth kind of tit for tat situation, that there has been this dynamic of push-pull, of manipulation of each other in order to get needs met from a selfish perspective. And they're going to step away from that. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords energy in reverse, which means healing from a tormented situation is going to take place. And so they're going to step away from this karmic relationship at this point. They're going to distance themselves from it. It will take some time for them to untangle themselves from the mess, but they're most definitely going to be doing that, because a new beginning is calling them right now, right? This new beginning over here, this energy that they are seeking. Now, right here toward you, Divine Feminine, we have Temperance and Seven of Cups in reverse. So they're going to be feeling a bunch of clarity, and they're not going to see things through a filter, an illusion anymore. It's the ending of that. Okay, they're going to feel balance, harmony, patience, control. So are you, Divine Feminine. This is because of all the work that you're doing, but they're also doing work too, right? We can't discredit that it's two paths, one soul, and that both of you are going through an awakening, but how it looks for each one of you is going to be very different. And we cannot judge our progress or anything like that based upon what our twin flame is doing. It's an internal journey between you and Source. And it's an internal journey for them, between them and Source. But ultimately, in the end, through that electromagnetic kind of balancing that's taking place between the two of you, harmony, union, balance, happiness, fulfillment, they're all available to us at all times. But until we harmonize with them, we don't attract them. And then we kind of can sometimes attract the opposite of that. Both are available all the time, chaos and order. And it's a balance between both that gives us peace, nirvana, samadhi. So that is a wonderful outcome from a very turbulent situation with you and your Divine Masculine and their karmic situation. And this doesn't even really go into your karmic situation, right? Like the stuff that you've been dealing with, Divine Feminine, on your own level, right? That's a whole other story that, we could look at. I haven't been doing Divine Feminine readings for a while because, funny enough, Divine Feminines don't really like their own readings. They like the readings that are kind of surrounded and looking and peering into the Divine Masculine situation. But if you guys are interested in Divine Feminine readings, I can always bring them back on occasion, because they're actually very, very helpful for your own journey. And since this is an internal journey, not an external journey, and your Divine Masculine is external to you, having that internal, information can be good. So let me know in the chats, you guys, if you're interested in, me bringing back the Divine Feminine reading for you guys. I used to do it with the Celtic Cross tarot spread. But anyway, let me know, okay? Your card today is Great Big Love. Well, surprise, surprise, right? Great Big Love. That's pretty cool. Let's see what this has to say. I've never read this one before. The key concepts for this are love without conditions, romantic love, and how that experience changes you, deep and profound harmonious connections, soulmates. Love heals all wounds, begins all life. It sustains you when you are starving for grace, when you stumble and fall, and when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to the limited perspective of the ego. Now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of the great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. There's a heightened sense of awareness in the beginning stages of a relationship, when nothing else matters but who is in front of you. You see them, you see yourself in them, and you move in sync with the cadence of your hearts. You surrender to the magic you share and engage in a harmonious dance that is seamless in its movement, rising and falling with each moment, each breath. Although this card may portend such an intimate connection, you don't have to wait for a partner to experience it. You're being invited now to explore love in all its beauty. Can you love without conditions, without needing things to be perfect? Do you love your life, what you do, and how you contribute to the world? Today, invite love with a capital L into your inquiry. You will be amazed, and your very question may be changed as a result. Love is the strength you need today, the lens you must look through to find the truth and your way. Love is the way, the only way, and the only answer. And I'd like to add to that that you are love at your core. And when we don't recognize that, we seek love outside of ourselves because we believe that we have to gain it or acquire it, and that the key is held within somebody else. But one of the things I learned through my own twin flame journey is that the love that I experienced from my twin flame didn't come from my twin flame. It came from me giving myself permission to feel it. And I realized that I never actually felt my twin flame's love, and they never felt mine. What we felt in our hearts was the love within ourselves, and then we shared that with each other through our perspectives and our views of each other. I, because I cared for him, felt my own love. And he, because he cared for me, felt his own love. And that's how all relationships work. So the true wellspring of love is never outside of yourself. It's always within you. And you either, depending on circumstances, knowledge, wisdom, allow yourself to be in that love, or you think that you are cut off or unworthy or unable to have that love, depending on, again, circumstances and perspectives and wisdom. So kind of ponder on that. Think about that. The love that you seek is already within you. It can't be taken away from you, and it can't be gifted to you, because it is what you already are, what you are made of, and it is infinite. I love you guys. I hope this reading resonated with you. I think that this card really kind of shows us that this is the reason why we go through a separation, is to recognize that the love that we're seeking isn't found in another, but is only found within ourselves, which is why we're forced to go within, because the only way we can find that true love is to find it within ourselves. And then everything in the mirror outside of us changes. Everything in the world outside of us changes. The world being the mirror. I love you guys. If you have questions, let me know in the chat. If you guys are interested in any of the services that we have, please check out the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Love you.